Good morning, my people. How are you guys doing this morning? As you guys see me, I'm at the gym. Yes. So, I just got off work at 8 o'clock in the morning. As you guys know, I work night shift from 12 a.m. to 8 o'clock in the morning. One person, hey Parnell, what's going on? Look, I'm sweating. I just got off the stepper. 6 people. And for the first time in a long time, I got on the stepper, 13 people. And I said, I am going to do 20 floors. And I did that in 10 minutes. So I reached my goal. Hey Freddie. Hey Renee. So what I want to talk to you guys about today, what I was thinking about all night was, when did you guys notice that you guys were changing, right? That you guys were tapping into something deeper than yourself, right? So I'm going to give you a little history about myself. I've always noticed that, hey Craig, so I always noticed that I always like to be with myself. I've always liked to be alone, but I was never lonely, right? As I mentioned to you guys, I used to have friends come over when I was little, and I used to like playing with them, but I used to tell them, can you go home now? I want to go back to play by myself. Hello, Gallo, And because of that, they used to get angry with me because I enjoy being in my own company, playing with my toys, just doing what I know how to do. And then, as I got older, that continued. When I used to hang out with my friends, I used to disappear. And just think, I used to lay down on the grass a lot at the park and just stare into the sky and be like, what's up there? What's going on up there? There has to be more up there. Yolanda, dime a ver, mi amor. So, I used to be very physical, right? People praise my looks a lot. I used to have a lot of things, I used to have everything that was considered high-end or whatever, When I finished school, it was nothing for me to go and spend $1,000 on shoes, spend $1,000 on a bag. I was very physical. Everything about me was very physical. But I always wondered and pondered about something more, right? So it came a time that I dealt with a person that threw all my physical possessions away. The $1,000 shoes, the $1,000 bags, the $1,000 everything. Everything went in the garbage. My diamonds, my watches, everything that I consider important and everything that I loved was gone. And I was like, how could you, right? But when I looked around, I said, I have my life and I have my children and they love me to death. So I am okay. I had a little bit of stuff, but that little bit of stuff was enough because I was still good. I was still content after they threw out all my things, right? So that taught me that those physical things did not make me who I was. And even though I had those things, I was always unhappy. I'm like, okay, so I have all these expensive shoes, I have this car, I have this wonderful apartment, but how come I'm still unhappy? I was still searching for something deeper, right? So then, a couple of years later, I started dating this guy. And again, I think we went to every single high-end restaurant in the city, right? Again, the shoes, the bags, the clothes, the condo with the view that was there. But I was still unhappy. And I would tell him, like, yo, there has to be more to this. Like, we have to be more than all these things that we do, Don't you think about, like, God and the universe and things like that, Like, can we get into that? And he just couldn't. He's like, there's no God. God does not help me get all these things. So I'm like, wait a minute. Right? So I was tapping into myself while I was with him. And I discovered multi-level marketing, And that's when I discovered this book. This book, right? Think and Grow Rich. And to this day, 5 years ago, I never finished that book. Hey, Carleon. Am I saying your name right? Tell me how to say it. And I just got up to like chapter 6 in this book. And the first couple of chapters went as this. Let me tell you what it went, that it really opened up a new world for me in what I was searching, Thoughts are things. So everything that I would think about will become something. So then I started understanding that all the negative thoughts that I had were creating my life. right? Then desire. You have to want something really bad, really deeply for it to formulate, for you to send the signals into the universe, for it to come to you. Then it was like faith. A lot of people don't have faith. Faith is believing in the unseen. Faith is believing in something that's not here yet, but it's coming. You know how many people I've spoken to that they just don't have faith. Then it was like specialized knowledge. Remember the story of Ford when he was taken to court and they were asking him all these questions about all this random knowledge, and he was like, I don't need to know those things. I just press a button and somebody comes to me with that knowledge. What I know is about motors, it's about vehicles. That's my specialized knowledge. So then I started understanding that in order for me to be successful, I needed to pick one thing that I loved and just understand everything about that subject, right? Then my imagination. Imagination is so important when it comes to creating your life. And why? Because that's what we have as children. Rosendo's in the house. Hello, David. Hello, Michael. Imagination. Remember when we were kids, we would imagine everything. We had an imaginary friend. We would play that we were firemen, policemen, that we were kings and queens. We would do all of this. And then when we became an adult, we lost that. Because why? Life got too heavy and we stopped dreaming. We stopped imagining the life that we wanted. Right? Hello, Stevie. And then I got to the point of organized planning. We don't organize, we don't plan, and then that's why everything that we want falls down the cracks because we're not organized about the life that we want. And then decision. I didn't get to that, but you have to decide. A big part of your success is gonna be deciding something and moving forward with it, not the back and forth. People that are switchy and back and forth with the things that they want to do, they never get anywhere because they never decide, right? So when was it and what happened that I discovered that I wanted more out of life, right? Again, all the physical things, all the shoes, all the bags, everything that I considered to be important was just not enough for me anymore. And I'm like, there has to be more, right? So I started tapping into, I started praying, I started meditating. I started studying the law of attraction. I started studying myself more, and I decided to do more of the things that I used to enjoy when I was younger, like working out, like reading, and like staying to myself because I used to be so saturated with other people that I never understood who I really was because I was always around this one and around that one. When that loneliness kicked in, I would get in my car and I would run somewhere to go chill with somebody, because being alone was just entirely too painful for me. And thank God, thanks to the universe, I understood that I was whole inside, and I didn't need anyone to feel content, and I don't need anyone to feel whole. Hi, Joe. How are you, sweetheart? Good morning. Hello, Francis. Hello, Capitals. And when I started tapping into who I am and the things that I enjoy and the things that I love, that's when I understood that there was more, that there was that sixth sense, there was that spirit that I was missing. Besides all the physical things, besides the touch, the smell, the seeing, the hearing, so life became a lot more fuller, so when did you realize that you became more interested in something more than the physical world? Because we did come into this experience to be physical. Let's get that straight, okay? So being physical, there's nothing wrong with being physical. What happens is that we become entirely physical and we neglect that connection that we need in order to develop our dreams and develop our desires, because it's that energy that transmutes through our vessel and then it becomes an action and now it becomes something that we want out of our mind, So a thought is going to formulate an emotion is going to formulate an action, and so on and so on. You're going to bring those things into your life. So, I started doing affirmations as I learned from the law of attraction. I started studying the 7 universal laws. I started studying many different things, and I kept on reading. After I finished reading this book, I got to the point that I got, I read The Science of Being Great, The Science of Being Rich. I read As a Man Thinketh. I listened to an audio, Your Wish is Your Command by Kevin Trudeau. I kept reading a plethora of books, that were just in the field of self-development and law of attraction, And that's what has gotten me to this point in which I understand who I am completely. I understand where I'm going, and I understand that I got to be patient about the things that I want to create because the things that I want to create are so big. Like think massive. Whenever you dream about something, don't go small, go massive. You know, the bigger you dream, the better, because the universe is going to work in your favor to make those things happen. And another important thing that I did, as I keep telling you guys, I started getting rid of people that were not making me happy. You know, I'll put the audio, I look for the picture and I put the audio. But, you know, people that were not conducive to my wellness. So anyone that lowers down my vibrations, they got to be removed out of my space. You know, I don't care who you are. You could be a friend. You know, I got rid of 2 friends, one for 15 years, one for 19 years, that I just realized that they were not really my friends. You know, there was a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy in there. So I just had to let that go. I wish them love and light. Move on. Let's go. You know, so I became more than just those physical things. You know, I stopped judging myself and I stopped judging people, you know, because everybody has their own belief system and everybody has to, you know, tap into their own truth. You know, one thing that I learned how to do is, you know, you do have to judge to the point that, you know, is that person good for me? Is that person aligned with the things that I want to do? You know, and if they're not, just send them on their way and go about your business. You know, don't start judging what they're doing, what they're not doing. It's just not conducive to you. It's conducive to your wellness and the things that you want to accomplish in your life. And that's the way that you use the whole judging thing, you know, not to make yourself feel better or make other people feel less, you know. So I have noticed that in the years that I've been on Facebook, you know, it has been an abundance now of people sharing this type of information, and I love it because the earth is going through a major transition in which we are tapping more into this collective energy and into this collective intelligence, you know, which is going to put us in another level of consciousness, you know, and it's just awesome because that's what we all need, you know, and we need to just love ourselves, love one another, and understand that everybody that comes into our life, you know, most of the people, at least like 90% of the people that come into our life are going to come and they're going to go. You know, no one is going to stay forever. Everybody, most of the people are going to be an experience, you know, and you're supposed to learn from those experiences and grow. You know, I feel like I'm one of those people that I don't know if I'm going to have a partner for life because I've come to touch the life of many people and I've come to improve myself and improve the life of a lot of other people. And I've taken that responsibility very seriously. That's why you see I get out of work in the morning and people are like, damn, how do you get out of work and you go straight to the gym? Because I am committed. I am committed to myself. I am committed to my development. I am committed to do my job that I came here to do for the world. You know, so I have to do what it is that I expect from other people to do. You know, I have to walk the walk and talk the talk. You know, so I cannot tell you guys, oh, do this and do that, and then I'm not doing it myself. You know, that's just hypocritical. That's just what religious people do, correct? Ooh, did I throw that rock? Let me stop. So that's just it for this morning. You know, tap into who you are. Start understanding that you did come to this life to live a physical life. Yes, to enjoy all the physical things, to look at beautiful scenery like I was just looking at when I was in DR. You know, to enjoy awesome food like I was just eating when I was in DR. You know, to look at beautiful people, to enjoy beautiful smells, to look at beautiful things, you know, to hear beautiful music. Yes, you came over here to do that. You came over here to live in luxury. You came over here to live in comfort. But at the same token, you are supposed to tap into your spirit so you can tap into your higher self. And it's that higher self that's going to bring into your life all the beautiful things that you're desiring and all the beautiful things that you want. You know, so how do you become, hello, Tony? So how do you become more? How do you become more than just your physical body, you know? I feel sad that us women, we have been diminished down to our physical bodies. We have been diminished down to our vaginas, you know? A lot of men out here, if they're not sticking their penis in your vagina, you're not worthy of receiving what it is that they can do for you, right? I had to learn that the hard way. So I value my body now. And I don't just share my body with just anyone. You know, I'm at a point in my life in which I don't want to share my body, you know, because my body is my temple. And sexual energy brings a lot of infections, not only of the body, but of the spirit. You know, just sharing your spit with someone gets you tainted. Your spit, you know, your spit and their spit now is conjointed. Your DNA, your biology. So now you have become tainted by all the people that they have touched. It gets deep. Okay, so now imagine if that man penetrates you, right? And he penetrated like 2 or 3 or 4 other women before you. Okay, so now all those 3 or 4 other women that they slept with, now all those people are into you now. So then you wonder why you're going around life confused, or you're going around feeling depressed, or you're going around feeling all these nasty negative feelings, because all those people are now into you. So protect your temple. because nobody's going to protect your body the way that you're going to protect your body. You know, this guy can tell you, yeah, I'm being faithful, yeah, I'm only dating you, yeah, I'm only doing that, yada, yada, yada. But at the same token, he's just doing whatever he knows how to do because people are just going to be themselves. Okay? So allow people to be who they are, but at the same token, for the same reason that they are, the same reason why you withdraw and you move away, because you come first at the end of the day. Okay? It's you and your spirit and your connection. Okay? So tap into yourself and understand that you are more, that you are greatness, that you were built for success. You did not come into this life to be depressed. You did not come into this life to feel sorry for you. You did not come into this life to feel like you owe anything to anyone. Okay, you came to this life to build your life, to create your life, and to live on your own terms. Whoever likes it, whoever don't like it, they can kiss your boontang. Okay? Tell them that because I told you to say that. Okay? Everybody that knows me knows that I do what I want, when I want it, how I do it, how I want to do it. Okay? And if I hurt feelings, then I apologize if I hurt feelings, but this is my life. You know, I don't want to come back to this realm. I want to master all the lessons that I have to master in this realm so I can continue, so my spirit can grow. Okay, so I take my life very seriously. I take my growth very seriously. So like I said to you guys before, if you're not conducive to my wellness and if I feel like I have learned all my lessons that I got to learn from you, I will leave. You know, and I will love you from a distance. Okay? So tap into more than just your physical body. Tap into more than just your mind. You know, our mind sometimes becomes our worst enemy, our worst enemy, because we start thinking these thoughts as detrimental thoughts that now affect our physical body and we become, you know, ill with disease. Every single person that has manifested a disease into their body comes from their thought. Okay? Their thought process, your thoughts give you cancer, your thoughts give you STDs, your thoughts give you all these things, and we just don't understand, and we can conceive to understand because we just haven't learned that knowledge and we just haven't tapped into those things. You know, so read and apply. You know, a lot of people get all this knowledge but they don't apply it. You know, I have become very serious with my application, and I'm just so joyful to see so many young people, you know, people that are in their 20s, that they're tapping into this knowledge. You know, hey Vincent, you know, so become more, you know, and share it, because that's why I share all the information that I learned, because it's not for me to keep. What am I going to do with all that knowledge just in my pocket or in my mind? It's for me to learn it, process it, and then I'll put it out forward so all the other 8 billion people in the world can grow as well. Okay, so like I told you guys, I need your help with this. So like, comment, and share my videos, because that's the only way that it's going to get to the rest of the people, like it's getting to you. You know, I love you guys. Let me get into this workout because I only got 1 hour today. I got a lot to do today. So take care of yourselves and take care of one another, because why? We are one. Love you.